Hi everyone! Why do I always do that weird thing with my hands? Welcome back to my channel. Today is a video that I'm really excited about because I haven't done one like this in quite a long time. I'm doing a first impressions and review on some Nude by Nature products. Nude by Nature is an Australian brand that's quite well known. They stock them in a lot of drugstores like Priceline and I think Chemist Warehouse maybe as well. And obviously you can buy them online too. I haven't used Nude by Nature in probably a couple of years. I used to use their mineral foundation, but I wanted to go and find some new Australian brand products because I have a very exciting collaboration video coming up in the next few weeks and I'm focusing on Australian low toxin makeup. So the first product I wanted to trial is the pressed mattifying mineral veil, the translucent finishing veil. So it comes in, whoa, that's too bright for you. It comes in this little box and this was $29.95 from Priceline. So the product says this long-lasting semi-matte powder sets makeup and perfects colour to create a smooth and flawless finish. Lightweight and oil-absorbing, it controls shine whilst allowing the skin to breathe. It's got vitamin E for nourishing the skin, kakadu plum for vitamin C, and kahami extract. Don't know how to say that. Moisturize and protect, adding hydration for all day wear. So I think it's like a semi-matte. It's not overly drying, but it does absorb the excess oil. In regards to the ingredients, I can't see anything too nasty on there. But they've said they're 100% naturally derived paraben. They are paraben, talc, bismuth oxychloride and fragrance free, and that's great. They're the main things that I look to avoid in makeup products. So I'm just going to really quickly apply some concealer to a couple of spots I have and also apply my under eye Bare Minerals concealer to see how well it sets in creases. So I've just applied some concealer to all the usual places. And I'm just going to open this package with you so you can see what it looks like. It's quite pretty. So it just says Natural Australian Beauty and it's quite pretty. I love this packaging that it comes in. It's like a little soft case and it's got like an elastic thing on the back. Oh, I did that. And I love this because this is perfect for traveling. So it's not overly light in color. It's definitely got a hint of like a yellowy tan sort of color. It is obviously not the same as a foundation pigment, but it is kind of, yeah, it's not as light as like my RMS Unpowder. Okay, so I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush. So the first thing I notice is it does apply a slight color, which you probably can't see too much on camera, but it has applied a little bit of pigment, catching a little bit on my wrinkles, but it does take that sheen away, that shininess away. If you like to bake under your eyes or over your face in your highlighting areas, I don't know if this would be ideal because it does have a slight tint to it. So now I'm just going to apply it to my T-zone area. So I'm just going to move on to the other products now and then at the end we'll see how everything's settled in. So the next product I wanted to trial is their Pressed Matte Mineral Bronzer. Again, I got this from Priceline and this was $39.95. So it's, you know, it's kind of mid-range, I guess, price-wise. The reason I wanted to try this was because it is matte. All of my other bronzers have a glow or a slight shimmer to them. And we're coming into autumn here in Australia and I think it's nice to have some more matte, warm sort of colours. Again, Same deal with the ingredients, no parabens, talc, bismuth, oxychloride, and fragrance free. And it's quite a deep bronze. It is definitely matte. It's quite an earthy sort of color. So I've just got a large brush here, and I'm just going to be very light-handed with this to begin with. It looks quite dark, and because it's matte, it might be hard to blend out. Okay, so it is depositing quite a bit of pigment, and I picked up a tiny amount, and I also tapped off my brush. So I'm just going to go in for a little bit more product. So you could probably get away with using this as a contour shade because it is very matte. I literally went like this and then tapped it off, and I did that twice. So it's very pigmented, which is a good thing as long as you're careful with it. And it has blended out quite well. I was worried it was going to stick a lot because of how matte it is. And it doesn't feel like it's, you know, dried my skin out. But it's just sitting there quite well. So I'm happy with that so far. So the next product is an eyeshadow palette. This is their Ultimate Nude Eyeshadow Palette. This one was $24.95 from Priceline, and it's got 3 colors in it, which is either cream or crema, latte and espresso. So it just comes with a little mirror and also a little double-ended brush. One end is round and the other is a flat top brush. And I'm just going to do a really quick eye look using these and just see how pigmented they are and how well they blend and sit. So I'm going to start out with this middle shade here, which is Latte, and using a blending brush, I'm going to run that through my crease. Again, really pigmented. That's, yeah, wow, that's super pigmented. Again, I literally dipped my brush in that with very, very little force, and I also tapped off the excess. So that's great, and it's blending out quite well. So it's blended out really well. And it softens the color a lot too. So you can have it a lot darker, but if you want to use it as a transition shade, it does blend really well. So now taking this lighter color, which is either pronounced cream or crema, I'm taking a flat brush and I'm going to pack that all over my lid. Yeah, this pigment is fantastic. So now I'm going to take the darkest color here, which is Espresso. I'm just going to run this through my crease just to deepen it up a little more. Whoa. Now I'm going in with the Latte shade. I'm just going to lightly run that on my lower lash line. So far, I'm really happy with this palette. I think it's great for travel. It's compact, it's small, it's got a nice hard case, and also it's great to create neutral, sort of daytime, everyday looks, but you could also create quite a smoky eye with these 3 colors. So the last product I wanted to try was a lip liner. I do have a nude lip liner which is by Chique, and it's called Totally Nude. You would have seen me use it a lot before, but it is quite a deep brown nude, and I wanted more of a pinky tone nude, and this looked like the perfect color. So this is the color Chique or Chic, and you can see it's quite a pinky nude. So we'll see how it looks on the lips. It's very easy to apply. It glides on quite nicely. Some nudes can be too pink or too brown for my liking, and I'm really liking this. So this looks good just as it is. You could even just put a gloss over it, and I think it would make a nice neutral base for most colors. It's sticking really, really well to my lips. It's not drying them out, but there's like no color coming off on my finger. So it's really nice. I'm just going to run quickly back over everything and if I'd be happy to recommend it or not. So starting with the Pressed Mattifying Mineral Veil. So it hasn't set as super matte. It looks like it has absorbed excess oil, so I don't look too shiny, but I don't look powdery or matte either. And I feel like it is clinging to my under eye area slightly, but I think I'll probably stick to using this to set the rest of my face and then still use my RMS Beauty Unpowder underneath my eyes because it is a finer, silkier sort of powder and it has no pigment to it. Next, let's talk about this bronzer. This is the Pressed Matte Mineral Bronzer. I'm happy to recommend this. It's matte and it's sitting really well on my face. It doesn't feel cakey or dry or oily. It's just set really nicely. So I'll definitely be using this. The Ultimate Nude Eyeshadow Palette. Really love this. I can see myself using this very regularly, particularly for neutral daytime sort of looks and also for transition shades. Lastly is the Lip Liner. It feels really nice on my lips. My lips don't feel dry. They don't feel matte. I feel like I'm not wearing anything and I have it over my entire lip area and I'm getting no product. It's stuck on really well. Really happy with it. So that's it for my first impression on the Nude by Nature products that I've shown you today. I hope that you found this video helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have some exciting giveaways, collaborations, and more tutorials and reviews coming up in the next few weeks. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!